Scouting is strong because of hardworking volunteers, leaders, staff, dedicated board members, and generous supporters like you. Today's production is presented by First Interstate Bank. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Michelle Collins. We are involved with PAC 191 and we have a Webelow Scout. Scouting for us has made a huge impact on our son. My son looks forward to hanging out with his buddies, growing together, and all the neat things that they get to be involved in. Scouting truly does make the most of the time that we have with our child. They grow so fast, but Scouting provides a family opportunity to be involved in something that makes a difference in our son, that he will carry with him through his adult years. We could be involved in a lot of different things, but with Scouting, we are truly involved as a family. We're letting him grow independently, but he's under our wings still, and it involves all of us as a family unit, and it really does bring us together and capitalize on the little bit of time that we have left with him before he is grown and out the door and on his own.
Something about Braden.
If you're out there and you're on the fence about making a decision to get involved with Scouts, I would love to encourage you to give it a try. Find somebody who is involved and connect with them so that you can begin to experience all that Scouts has to offer for your family.
Welcome to the 2021 Investment in Character and Leadership Breakfast and Community Partner Award presentation. My name is Jory Dellinger, Deputy Scout Executive for the Montana Council. We are delighted that you chose to do your best and attend, albeit virtually today. Thank you for your support of Scouting, and we sincerely hope you enjoy our program. Scouting started in Montana over 110 years ago, and we have faced many significant challenges during those years. World wars, the Great Depression, several health scares. Scouting stayed strong through it all. Our alumni, now in excess of 135 million participants, know that grit and mettle are a part of seeing the world through difficult times. We all look forward to the next century of service throughout our community. At this time, please welcome Eagle Scout Braden Collard to lead us in this morning's invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Braden?
Please prepare yourselves in the manner with which you are accustomed. Our Father, make us trustworthy, for there are those who trust us. Make us loyal, for through loyalty we reach our highest ideals. Teach us to be helpful, for through helpfulness do we forget our selfness. Make us friendly, for there are so many who need a friend. Train us in courtesy, for courtesy is the carpet on life's floor. Make us kind, for kindness is the oil in the cogs of life's machinery. Insist upon our obedience, for victory comes only to him who obeys. Make us cheerful, for cheerfulness is the green grass among the rocks in the path of life. Train us in thrift, for thrifty habits brighten our future. Make us brave, brave in the dark and brave in the light, but save us from becoming fakers in bravery. Help us to be clean, clean in thoughts, in speech, and in deed. And may we remember that our bodies are thy holy temples, and that any abuse thereof is to tamper with thy great plans. Above all, O God, help us to be reverent toward all things which thou hast made for our enjoyment when we are in thy great out of doors, among the trees, along the streams, and on the hillsides. May we know it was thee who made the waters to flow, the trees to reach heavenward, the mountains to endure to all ages. In all these things we ask that thou wilt help us, and may we never forget the Scout oath to which we have all pledged ourselves, so that through thy help we may live these points of our Scout law. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Braden. Braden has been offered a full-ride scholarship to the University of Maine and is waiting to hear from Cornell and others. Congratulations on your success. Even during a global pandemic, Scouting continues.
The idea of the masks kind of started when I was upstairs in the apartment working on my homework, and my mom was listening to the news in the gallery, and the news reporter said that we need masks and the medical workers need masks. They don't have any and there's not enough to go around.
Well, so I started off with this idea actually as one of those book libraries that you see every once in a while, and I kind of liked this idea because, well, actually thinking about it, figured why not fill it full of food so that way it can help people in need.
We're going into spring break, and I thought I was just gonna have a normal 1 week spring break. And then all of a sudden, boom, school closes, and it's kind of a panic for students and teachers. Maybe we can do something here. Maybe I can read stories to kids or something like that. So I read a story, and I didn't think much was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna be a one-time thing. And then all of a sudden, we just keep getting requests from all these teachers and all these parents. They're like, "Oh, what you're doing is amazing. Can you read this book? Can you read this book?" They can just text me, "Oh, can you do this?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll read that book," and then I'll send it to you and you can post it on your classroom.
My dad helped me design a mask and a face shield, and I called a bunch of sewers and a bunch of people that we knew, and they were like, "Yeah, I'll be willing to help sew some masks, and I'll drop them off at the gallery. When would you want them?" And well, they just kept on doing it all the way up till now.
So the impact of the food pantry is really cool because it kind of saves people from being able to have to go into Bozeman, just because this spot is kind of here. It is one of the primary locations to be able to get food in Belgrade, which is really cool to be able to see and to be able to hear that it's constantly being used and being able to serve the community.
I knew kids wanted to see the book, but obviously if I'm just reading in person, they're either not going to see me in just the book or going to see me and not the book. So I decided to combine that with the green screen. So the pages would show up behind me and they can read and follow along with the visuals as I read. I also knew kids really loved dogs. So I had my dog named Sky guest star with me during my readings, and I think that really brought some attention because he's an adorable dog. It's just really awesome to see all these scouts coming out and helping the community in this time of need.
It is now my privilege to introduce our host for this year's breakfast, the Honorable Leslie Halligan, to share her thoughts as a Scout mom, not to one, but 3 Eagle Scouts. Judge Halligan has served as District Court Judge for the 4th Judicial Court since her appointment in 2015 by then Governor Steve Bullock. She is chair of the Missoula Criminal Justice Coordinating Council and previously worked as a Missoula Deputy City Attorney and Missoula Deputy County Attorney. She was elected president of the State Bar of Montana in 2017. As a member of the National Court-appointed Special Advocates Judicial Leadership Council, Leslie oversees child abuse cases. She finds time to volunteer for organizations such as Missoula Aging Services, where she works on the governing board to protect older adults and adults with disabilities. Your Honor?
I'm honored to be asked to speak with you about Scouting, an organization whose core purpose is simple: to build the character and integrity of America's youth and prepare them to become responsible adults. Adults who are leaders, adults who participate in society according to the Scout Oath. I know from personal experience, having 3 sons who have attained the rank of Eagle Scout, that our lives as a family and their lives individually have been enriched because of Scouting. As a Cub Scout leader and Scout leader, I watched young boys develop into leaders, find their passions, have fun learning while experiencing adventure, and giving back to the community. As a working parent, I know how difficult it can be to organize activities for youth, even if the opportunities are just outside our doors. But in Scouting, I saw firsthand the opportunities that all Scouts were offered to explore, expand their knowledge, and broaden their experiences. For a series of summers, I traveled with Troop 1911 to summer camp. While the travel can be an adventure in itself, the experiences at summer camp instilled in our Scouts the values of leadership, team building, character development, and personal fitness. From Camp Meriwether on the Oregon coast, Camp Easton on Coeur d'Alene Lake, Camp Melita on Flathead Lake, and K-Bar M in Lewistown, Scouts challenged themselves and each other, achieved individual and team goals, learned to get along despite individual differences, and experienced new landscapes. And while tackling these new challenges, they had fun. I will forever remember an extended adventure to the Northern Tier High Adventure Base Camp outside of Ely, Minnesota. While traveling from Montana, we explored geology and mining. When we arrived at base camp, we were assigned an experienced scout to help us chart the week's travel, to guide us, and we quickly set off to explore the Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness and Quetico Provincial Park. We fished for pike, canoed nearly all day every day, and once at night, only to find ourselves surrounded by fog at daybreak, and fishing in the fog is its own experience. We found leeches at Leech Lake, we portaged and packed, and joined with people from all over to enjoy beautiful and expansive Boundary Waters. All in all, we traveled approximately 70 miles by canoe, and on the way home, we explored the Black Hills of South Dakota. Nearly a month of adventure and camaraderie. In this and many other experiences, I've observed Scouts become confident and skilled leaders. And now I'm especially proud of the expansion of Scouting to young women, who are shattering barriers and becoming even stronger future leaders because of their Scouting experiences. In Montana, Scouting includes more than 3,500 youth and nearly 1,500 adult volunteers. I was fortunate to volunteer with other outstanding Scout leaders, many of whom dedicated many more years of service to Scouting. I'm also proud of the many ways that Scouts give back to their communities. In 2020, Scouts and volunteers in Montana logged over 24,000 hours of community service. If there is one lesson we take away from our year of turmoil, a Scout is always prepared. It was almost a year ago we started dealing with COVID-19. Scouts across Montana were one of the first groups to answer the call to aid their communities. We saw Scouts and Scouters rise up, giving thousands of hours to sew or 3D print masks and PPE, shifting service projects to provide safe places for those in need to find food. Eagle Scouts in Montana led the world in providing an open-sourced coding for 3D printable masks. The call to action was immediate and without hesitation, and true to the values of Scouting. In summary, Scouting works because Scouting builds enduring relationships between caring mentors and youth. Scouting provides continual opportunities for young people to learn and practice leadership skills. Scouting provides a clear path for every youth to truly succeed at making and achieving tough goals. Scouting builds life skills, such as learning to do hard things by doing hard things. Scouting is based on serving and honoring God, country, family, and other people. So why Scouting? The answer is clear. Because Scouting builds young people into better leaders. Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Thank you for your support of Scouting.
Thank you, Judge Halligan. We appreciate you sharing with us this morning. Now let's hear from some current Scouts. We filmed these Scouts in Missoula, but please note that they represent similar youth in every community. Let's hear what they have to say about Scouting.
Hi, my name is Griff. I am 7 years old and I am a Cub Scout. Pack 4104. My favorite thing about being in Cub Scouts is either popcorn or the Pinewood Derby, because they're both really fun. With the Pinewood Derby, you get to do these cool designs on it, and that's really fun, and watch them race to see who gets best in show, and doing popcorn. You get to sell popcorn. You buy some popcorn yourself so you can get popcorn, and yeah, that's really fun. Thank you for supporting Scouting.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Mchenry. My rank is second class, and my patrol name is called the Rainbow Narwhals. To me, Scouting is awesome. My favorite part of Scouting is camping because not only do we talk about it, but we improve so the next time is better. We go on lots of adventures. My favorite adventure so far has been the Georgetown Lake Campout. We went skiing and snowboarding all day long to complete our snow sports merit badge, then did some ice fishing to work on the fishing merit badge. We caught some rainbow trout and kokanee, cleaned them and cooked them in foil in the fire. Merit badges are a great way to build real-life skills through learning and practical application. Our troop also does community service, which I like because it helps the people in my community and it makes me feel good. My scout goal is to become an Eagle Scout, so I have a chance to become an engineer for NASA by attending the Navy or Air Force Academy. Thank you for supporting Scouting.
Hi, my name is Laurel Krauss. I'm a Life Scout and founding member of Girls Troop 1919 in Missoula. Scouting has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. My brother's an Eagle Scout, and I'm working to be the second in my family. My favorite thing about Scouting is the amazing community it's provided me with. I've made some of my best friends in Scouts, learned valuable lessons, and I've had a lot of experiences I'll never forget. This summer, I did a 90-mile backpacking trip in the Bob Marshall Wilderness with Troop 1941, and it was probably the best experience of my life so far. I got to meet a lot of amazing people and push myself to do something I wouldn't have thought possible before Scouts. I also love the leadership aspect of Scouts. Since leading my troop as a senior patrol leader and attending National Youth Leadership Training, I've learned so many leadership skills I'll use for the rest of my life. This summer, I will be returning to NYLT as a staff member, where I hope to learn even more. Scouting means so much to me, and I have no idea where I would be today without it. Thank you.
December 16th, 2020 was a very big day for me. I signed my national letter of intent to play collegiate football for the University of Montana, and I passed my board of review to achieve the rank of Eagle Scout. My name is TJ Roush, and I am a senior in high school at Missoula Sentinel and a member of the varsity football and basketball teams. I also have a 4.0 GPA. I am an Eagle Scout in Troop 1960 and have been involved in scouting since I was old enough to start Cub Scouts. I contribute a lot of my successes on the football field and academically to my experiences in scouting and the value of Boy Scouts. It hasn't always been easy to balance scouting, sports, and academics. However, scouting taught me some of the most important things to help contribute to my success: leadership skills, organization, and to always be prepared. I would like to thank my many scout leaders, coaches, and teachers who have helped me along the way. Scouting would not be possible without the support of the local community and the generosity of the many donors. The life skills I have learned in scouting will help shape my future and always be a contributing factor to my successes. Thank you for making scouting possible for me.
Thank you, Griffin, Jonathan, Laurel, and TJ. Your participation and commitment to others is something to be proud of. Thanks to all of you who have joined us this morning to kick off our Investment in Character and Leadership campaign, which generates the needed funds to keep Scouting strong. Investors like you recognize that youth must be a priority investment for a healthy community. The Montana Council invests $250 per Scout offering our year-round program. With that in mind, please consider how you can invest in the character and leadership of your local Scouts. I hope you will consider supporting as many Scouts as possible with your 2021 tax-deductible gift. Please take a moment, if you have not done so, to text or make a gift online, or fill out a pledge card and return it to us. And now, I'd like to call on Senior District Executive Scott Jordanay to present our first Community Partner Award today. Scott?
Thanks, Jory. Scouting is empowered and is largely sustained in our communities due to the support and the tireless work of our community partners, many of whom have been engaged in the program as leaders and supporters financially. Owen Robbins is no exception. Having arrived in the Bitterroot Valley 47 years ago, Owen has been involved in scouting for most of those years. Along with his wife and Bitterroot native, Jeannie McPherson Robbins, who Owen met in high school, they are the proud parents of Colton, Mallory, and Kellen. Owen and Jeannie call Stevensville home. Service has always played a very significant role in their lives. Owen is proud to be part of First Interstate Bank and is the president of their Hamilton branch. Owen's personal value of giving back to the community aligns with First Interstate's values. He currently serves as the president of the Daly Hospital Foundation and also board president for the Bitterroot Building Industry Association. In his religious life, Owen serves as the stake president of the Stevensville, Montana stake of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, comprising 8 congregations throughout the Bitterroot Valley. Scouting has played an important part in his life, especially as a father and church leader. Both of Owen's sons, Colton and Kellen, are Eagle Scouts, and he was honored to be active in their scouting journeys. We appreciate Owen's continued support of scouting. We ask that you please help us honor Owen with the 2021 Community Partner Award. Thank you.
Thank you for this kind recognition. Receiving the Community Partner Award is an honor, and I am proud to receive it. When I learned that I would be receiving this award today, I couldn't help but think about the tremendous impact scouting has had on me and upon my family. I was a very active Cub and Weeblo Scout and treasure the memories, lessons, and experiences I had during those years. More recently, I was blessed to participate with my 2 sons as they participated in scouting from age 8 through both becoming Eagle Scouts. I'm especially proud of their efforts to not only attain the rank of Eagle, but also strive to attain the stature and character of an Eagle Scout. I know they both still draw on the lessons and skills they received through that. During those years, it was always so clearly evident that scouting cannot happen without the generous support and the giving of time, talents, and financial support from leaders, parents, community members, and community partners. So to each of you participating in this virtual event and giving to support scouting, thank you. I'm extremely blessed to work for a tremendous community partner and generous supporter of scouting, First Interstate Bank. First Interstate Bank's commitment to community aligns perfectly with my desire to be actively involved and support my community. They have generously allowed me to take the time to be involved and have backed up that commitment with dollars in support of scouting. During the years I have been involved with scouting, I have always been impressed by the tireless efforts of Scout leaders and the staff and leadership within the Montana Council. Thank you to all of you as you put in the time to make scouting happen for our young friends as they work to develop the character of a Scout. I hope each of us will strive to live the values instilled through scouting. The time-honored and time-tested values of the Scout Oath and Scout Law have never been more needed than they are today. I hope each of us can strive to embody the values of being trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. As we do this, surely we will find ourselves doing our best to do our duty to God and our country, especially to the beautiful communities we're blessed to call home. Thank you for all the kind recognition. I'm sure I've received far more benefit from my association with scouting than I've been able to give back. Thank you.
We are blessed to have the support of many local business partners, and there are a number of ways to support and sponsor scouting locally. For the past 5 years, Grizzly Hackle Fly Shop has been an incredible partner, sponsoring our local Montana Experience fly fishing fundraiser, as well as adventure travel trips to locations throughout the world. In addition, they generously donate to our annual Golf Classic, Adult Pinewood Derby, and they've taught Fly Fishing Merit Badge to local scouts. The Bannigan family's support and dedication to hosting our special guests and taking care of our scouts and donors is truly amazing. We have long appreciated all that Grizzly Hackle and the Bannigans have done for us and the greater Missoula community. We ask that you please help us and honor them with a Community Partner Award. Brendan?
It's an honor to be part of this community, let alone be recognized as a BSA community partner. I'm Brendan Bannigan. My wife Chris and I met at the University of Montana and have owned the Grizzly Hackle since 2016. We hope our kids, B, who's 4, and Hatch, who just turned 1, will be scouts someday. Before our time, the Grizzly Hackle opened on the banks of Rock Creek in 1988. It moved to its current location in downtown Missoula in 1990. The Hackle offers fishing gear, clothing, guided fishing trips, and lodging all through our Front Street location. The lodging, dubbed the Dry Fly Apartments, is located above the fly shop and offers 5 newly renovated apartments available for Missoula's visitors. We also offer an online store, fishing reports, and social media content. In addition to my family, my employees, Matt, Rick, and Reed, all share a love for Montana and the outdoors. Reed, a University of Montana student and avid fisherman, hails from Michigan. Rick and his young family spend their evenings and weekends on the water or in the woods. Matt and his young family love to boat and hunt. All love to fish. All our families are proud to support and proud to be affiliated with the Boy Scouts of America's Montana Council. We eat popcorn, attend the ICL breakfast, the golf classic, and Pinewood derbies, and hope to grow our involvement. What I admire about the Scouts, why I want my children to be Scouts, and why I want to grow the Grizzly Hackle's involvement with the organization is its commitment to uniting our communities with the outdoors. Montana has the most amazing recreational opportunities, and I'm convinced that if you enjoy them, you'll fall in love with them and care for them. A Scout learns about more than just how to start a campfire. He or she acquires the social skills, business savvy, environmental awareness, and the importance of a robust and involved community. Arming Scouts with these skills, the Montana Council prepares them to be successful community leaders, activists, environmentalists, and educators in their own right. To be selected by the Montana Council for this award is an extraordinary compliment. Thank you.
As we wind down this morning's festivities, I want to share one more story with you. Kaylee King is a sophomore in Kalispell. She is one of 5 girls in our inaugural class of female Eagle Scouts. This accomplishment signals a significant time in scouting. Now, many people have come to me and told me that having girls in the Boy Scouts doesn't make sense. A couple of things I want you to note. We've had girls in the Boy Scouts since the late 60s in our older Scout programs. I want you to know that we don't have co-ed Scout troops. We have boy troops and we have girl troops. We live in a time where I believe we are desperate for children to carry the values of citizenship, community service, and leadership. It simply doesn't matter if you are male or female. Great kids with strong values is what matters. I want to show you Kaylee's Eagle Scout project. It was her idea. Kaylee built a flag retirement plaza outside of the Columbia Falls Veterans Home. This is a place of honor and reflection where veterans who served all of us and know all too many who gave the ultimate sacrifice can appropriately reflect on and retire that one symbol that has always united our country. Kaylee is 16. She represents everything we desire in an Eagle Scout. That sound you hear is the glass ceiling shattering into 1,000,000 pieces around her and her fellow female Eagle Scouts. Folks, this is why Scouting is strong and why it will be strong for another 100 years. If that's not worthy of your support, then I don't know what is. I sincerely thank each and every one of you in the audience. We will be following up with folks that could not be here. This video link will live on our website, so feel free to share it with others who might enjoy the opportunity to support Scouting. This brings to a close our Investment in Character and Leadership Kickoff. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed having you tune in. Thanks again for your support of Scouting, and have a great Montana Day.
Today's production was presented by First Interstate Bank. Thank you.